What's up, y'all? Just getting ready. Appreciate y'all being here with me. You know, you can tap in a little bit. Welcome. It's your boy. Go on, see Spaceship Always is incredible, back for another edition of Straight Talk with Spaceship. Right here live on YouTube, Facebook, all that in between, thewildoutradio.com. I appreciate y'all rock with me. It's school has started back, and it's going to be a little different. For me and rocking what we do with the Wild Out Radio, we try to give you enough shows and enough content to keep the ball moving, to keep the ball rolling. We try to give you enough content to keep you entertained. What's going on, boy? Can you? But with school starting back, it's going to be a little slow now. It's going to be, I'm going to still try to get you podcasts every week. I'm trying to get a schedule together, but now I'm back tutoring, going to grad school. I'm trying to get acquainted to this virtual teaching. And then I got other endeavors and adventures. Shout out, I will be in OKC on the 31st of October. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. So today's show is called You Have the Right to Remain Silent. And that is a term that we hear a lot when we deal with police officers and law enforcement and things of that nature. But I was talking to someone today, a good friend of mine, about a situation that I've had. And he asked me, he said, bro, I don't see how you do it. Like you allow people to smile in your face and talk about you behind your back. He said, you're a better man than me. And I said, no, I'm not really a better man, but with everything I have going on in my life right now and all the blessings that God has been giving me, I really don't have time to entertain anyone who is questioning my character, especially behind my back. So today's show is not necessarily about law enforcement. I don't plan on talking about when you get arrested or when you get pulled over, because a lot of us don't deal with that. And we got other shows for that. Today's show is about shutting the fuck up sometime. We have this complex where we feel like we have to let everybody know everything we are thinking. We have to confront situations. We have to make them bigger than what they are. We even go to the place of dramatizing these things. And my grandfather told me a long time ago, he said, never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. And a caveat to that is something I live by. And I told a friend the other day about their kid. I said, when you're young, you learn. As you get older, you understand. When my grandfather was a man of analogies and slogans and shit of that nature. And I didn't really understand what he was saying. And as I've gotten older, I've come to realize what he means by that. You do not owe anybody any explanations about how you are moving in life. You have the right to remain silent. In my line of work, and y'all know I'm a school teacher, I have teachers that don't like me. I may have parents that don't like me. I may have administrators that don't like me. It is not, what would it benefit me to walk around and say these things? Oh, I know my boss don't like me. I know they don't like me. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's really and truly incriminating myself. That's really putting myself as a negative person. It's really putting myself in a position where other people are going to see that and they're going to start saying, oh, maybe they are right. You have the right to remain silent. When you see somebody move in a different type of way, you can fall back without an explanation. You don't have to stay around. You don't have to uh, continue to put yourself in predicaments that make you feel uncomfortable. You leave that situation. You have the right to remain silent. Now, the funny thing about this is, I just went to the store, right? I went to the store and I was playing my flash drive, and everybody knows I love music. I play my flash drive. So August Alsina came on, right? So I just like earlier today, I thought about this topic, like, oh, I need to do this, especially after I had the conversation with my homeboy, right? So I was like, oh, August Alsina came on. And the first thing I thought about was like, how much different would his life be if he would have just not said shit about Jada? Like at the end of the day, August Alsina, and I've never said this to you personally, who the fuck cares that you was fucking on Jada? She don't even care that you was fucking on her before. Will definitely didn't care. And the public didn't really care. We care because it's media, it's gossip, you know, and that sounds cool for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to shut the fuck up. Now, I do a lot of music. I've been a lot of entertainer. This is me. This is just my life. And I call myself a janitor. Anybody that knows me knows I call myself a janitor. And I call myself that because I think my life and my destiny and my purpose on this earth is to make other people's shit look better. To make other people's shit look good. And sometimes it backfires. Sometimes it kicks me in the ass, right? Because I can do a bunch of great stuff. And then as soon as one bad thing comes, then, oh God, you know, other people who don't have the same ideology as me, other people that don't have the same thought and respect for folks like I do, will say, oh, well, he this. And I still feel guilty if I come back and do a tit for tat type of thing. I still feel guilty if I come back and try to knock out darkness with more darkness. But I've learned how to persevere. I've had situations, and you know, today is going to be more of a look into my life a little bit. So I've had situations where my youngest son's mom, when we broke up, it was really ugly. It was a really ugly breakup. But because the breakup was ugly, do I need to go on social media and talk down to her? What is that going to do? What is that going to prove? We know as fact, people do not care what you say about somebody else. If they're going to fuck with them, they're going to fuck with them. If they're not going to fuck with them, they're not going to fuck with them. We see that right now with Trump. Trump is a liar. He is a racist. He is a person who is abusive. But guess what? People are going to vote for him anyway. There are people that nothing he can say or do will deter them for voting for him. Whether you do everything right, you do everything wrong, somebody will always have something to say. It is not needed all the time for you to comment on it, for you to tell your business. And so over the time with me and my son's mom, like I said, it was a real ugly breakup. And I told her to her face, I said, I really hate you at this point. There was a time when I told her, I hate you at this point. But over time, we have become to fix that relationship. I think one of the key things about fixing that relationship is I didn't put things out in the atmosphere that she could come back and use against me. She didn't hear me talking down on her. There was nobody coming back to her saying, oh, Spaceship said this. Oh, I heard Spaceship was doing that. Or Spaceship said this about you. That's not what I do. That's not my goals. My goal in life is to fix situations. My goal in life is to live as happy and peaceful as possible. And we don't live in peace because we're allowing too many people to be in our energy space. But I'm an introvert. I don't like people. I stay at home. Even in social media, even in talking to your close friends, when you say things you activate those things. If y'all remember from episode 13, I was talking about what that mouth do, right? What that mouth do. Your mouth, your words become your actions. Your thoughts are what starts it. What are you thinking? And what are you saying? And all because you think these things, you don't have to say these things. I've become a big proponent of trying to diffuse situations. And it's hard for me. I grew up very stubborn, very tactless. I grew up in situations where I didn't give a care about what people thought about me. And a fight come with it. But now, as I've gotten older, and guess what, people? We are getting older, and as we get older, we should gain more wisdom. We gain more wisdom because we've gone through more experiences and we know how to handle ourselves. The problem with a lot of us is, even though we've went through these experiences, we haven't learned from them. We haven't taken time to sit down and see what we can do better. We're too busy blaming other people, but you're the one opening up your energy space. You're the one putting all this negative energy out there. You're the one talking to a bunch of strangers on social media about what you got going on. You're the one that's putting yourself in a position to have backlash. Sometimes it's best to shut up. Sometimes it's best to keep things to yourself. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Is that the right terminology? Shadow of a doubt? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, there are people that I talk to every day that do not like me. So how do you do that, Spaceship? How do you talk to people that you know don't like you? I feed them from a long-handled spoon. You can talk to people without giving up your energy. You can talk to people without giving up your business. You can talk to people without allowing them to manipulate your thoughts, your ideas, and your purpose. I had a great friend back in the day. Loved to be in drama. Loved to be in drama. But when she used to come to me with the drama, I ain't got to say shit back. I don't have to enable that. I don't have to enhance that. And I think so many times we think when people come to us with an issue, with a problem, with the circumstance, we feel like I got to be the fixer of. I got to give my advice. I got to give my opinion. Sometimes when you do that, you're putting yourself in that situation now. Because people don't have no chill. The thing we're failing to realize, and this is the way the world is now, people will put you in mess so that they can step out the mess. There's people that would throw your name and stuff so that they can get their hands clean. If I'm beefing with you, I don't need to tell the world, because I come from a city. I grew up in Flint, Michigan. I come from a city where if you had a beef with somebody, you didn't run your mouth about that beef. When you saw them, it was going down on sight. Because what happens when you start talking that beef? Now you got people taking sides. Now you don't even know who to look out for. Because oh, bitch, I'm going to fuck you up. Nigga, I'm going to whoop your ass when I see you. You don't know who these people are cool with. You don't know who these people know. But because you won't keep your mouth shut, you're putting yourself in situations that become reckless. Social media hits so many people. All because you get 3 or 4 likes on a post don't mean only 3 or 4 people saw it. I made a post earlier. I saw this girl, and it's funny because we used to talk, and I stopped talking to her because she had plastic on her mattress. Like, not a sheet cover, not a mattress protector. She had the actual fucking mattress, but she didn't have no cover on her sheets, right? Like, you want me to come spend the night? Man, I can't sleep on this motherfucking plastic. Shit's hot. Fucking shit's hot. I'm naked and still sticky. Can't do it, right? But now I see her. She's on my friend, you may know, on Facebook. And every time I scroll past her picture, every time I scroll past her profile picture, she's in there with another guy. And I do case studies. And I'm telling you, I do the same thing I'm telling you other people do. I go to her page. My boo, my boo. And I be wondering, like, do these niggas be seeing this? Because every fucking week you gotta do boo. You're not polyamorous. I know this because we talked and you said you were selfish. Unless you've changed, which is possible. But look at the narrative you're creating for yourself. Think about the narrative you create for yourself. Yes, social media is a nice place to vent. We have friends and we have confidants and things like that, but you have to be very careful of the narrative you are presenting to the world. That's why you have to be mindful of what you're posting. You have to be mindful of who you're conversing with. It's funny because everybody knows, and I've been on this all week. I don't know why. I've been on this titty kick, right? Everybody knows I love titties, right? I love titties. If you like me, if you enjoy me, send me titties, inbox me titties. It makes me automatically happy, right? Women are scared to send titty pics because, oh, you might reuse these, or you might send these out, or you might show somebody. But we don't take the time to think, let me not say this because somebody might use this against me. Somebody might hold me against this. And as Black people, we are too caught on this I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks mentality. I don't care. You have to care sometime. It is important to care. Self-care is the most important care. Self-care doesn't just mean going to get massages, going to get your hair done, going to get your feet and nails done, going on a vacation. Self-care means protecting your energy. Protecting your energy don't just mean who you're around, because we will accept a like or a friend request. We will accept a follower, or we love to have a bunch of Snapchat followers. But once you post that Snapchat, anybody can see that shit. Once you get a Snapchat, people can see your location. Once you get an Instagram, people can see that. But yet, we still do it. You have the right to remain silent. A lot of times we miss our blessings is because we block them with our words. We block them with our anger. We block them with our sadness. I'm not saying don't be angry. I'm not saying don't be sad. I'm all those things. Sometimes I still think I go through my depression. But because I get my depressed funk, does not mean I need to go on Facebook and start being a negative Nixon. I can't be a negative Nancy because Nancy is Sack's name. You know what I'm saying? A negative Nixon, right? I can't get on Facebook and just start downing people and dogging people. I am very, very meticulous as to what I say on Facebook. And y'all know me. I will pop a joke. I will pop a joke quickly. I will pop a question. And it's funny though, right? Like I'll pop a question. And then like I popped a question the other day and people will comment, who the type of women you be fooling with? My baby mama's child lady be so. My baby mama was like, who you be fooling with? I don't know them type of women you be fooling with. Who say these the women I fool with? I very rarely post my business on social media. You rarely will see my kids. This is probably the most you'll see of my crib. I don't, when I go somewhere, I post pictures later. I rarely post pictures at the time I'm somewhere. But we are so excited to try to keep up with the Joneses when, guess what, y'all? My last name is Jones. Don't try to keep up with me. I ain't shit. Don't try to keep up with me. But we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. We are such a dick measuring and titty measuring society, right? That we want to compete. We want to compare. We want to take time to make sure people see our growth and what we're doing. I want to be better than you. And there's people plotting on your downfall. And I understand. I have the mentality you probably have right now. You're probably saying to yourself, shit, I don't care about them people. I'm going to do me. You need to care. Self-care is important. You don't have to say everything. You don't have to let people know the intricacies of what you got going on. I don't need to know you got 6 TVs. The world don't need to know. What happened with Pop Smoke? I think that was him, right? He posted where he was at. People pulled up and killed him. Sean Taylor, the football player from Washington, they found out where he stayed. He posted something. They screenshotted his picture, got his address off like a box in the background, and pulled up on him and killed him. We think a lot of stuff we do is harmless, or we don't think about the ramifications of these things. We don't care, right? But sometimes it's best to shut up. Sometimes it's best. Let people think what they want. I would rather you have an assumption about me and come to me directly than me try to plead my case on social media. How many times have we seen people post something on social media and every fucking body has an opinion? If I go to social media right now and say, what should I cook tonight? I'm probably going to get 100 different suggestions instead of me making up my mind myself. And then this is the fucked up part. If I go on somebody's comment and say, you know what, that's a great idea, other people going to feel sorry about it. Like, damn, why you ain't pick my idea? Man, fuck your idea. I didn't want that. As we know, I'm polyamorous. Everybody don't need to know what polyamorous moves I'm making. And you don't need to be, oh, he's poly, he talks to different women. That's not all it is. But if you don't want to educate yourself, I don't need to keep trying to talk to you about it. All that's going to do is frustrate me. You have the right to remain silent. At work, you don't have to always be the confrontational one. That's something I really had to work on. When I taught in Fort Worth, they had a word and terminology for me. They used to say it was jonesing. There he go, jonesing again. He's jonesing because as soon as there was something I didn't like, my hand went up, right? My hand go up in the air, or I get up and walk out the room, or oh, hell no, we're not doing that. What is that doing for my narrative? He's a complainer. He's not a team player. He's a problem. I'm sorry, y'all. Not really, but we're Black. And until we get it together and start creating our own shit and running our own part of this country, we work for white folks most of the time. And white folks are scared of us. White folks be scared of us. So while I'm doing that and I'm thinking, oh, I'm independent, I'm speaking up for myself. I've learned over teaching for so many years that sometimes shut the fuck up because shit changes. Now I'm telling teachers, don't worry about that. Like I say, we're doing virtual right now, right? So all the teachers are up in an uproar. Man, they're changing everything. I'm so frustrated. Man, just chill out. Just chill out. Wait till everything's smooth. Right now, this is day 3 for us. And I know some of you, if you are the teacher, shout out to my BTM people in the building. As teachers, some people have started earlier, so y'all have been going through stuff. But it's going to smooth out. I believe that. In our trainings or when we do our professional development, they always put up these norms that they want us to have in the meetings. And one of the norms is always assume positive intent. We are so quick to look at things in a negative aspect that we address them and we speak on them. And then they change to what we said or how we felt. And we're like, oh, sometimes you just got to calmate. Calmate, mommy. Calmate, papi. Calmate. Right? Calm down. If somebody is ridiculing you, you don't necessarily have to defend yourself. I've seen people so many times defend themselves to people who don't know them. It's funny, right? Because the one thing, like I said earlier, people are going to vote for Trump that want to vote for Trump. And I'm not a Trump fan. I used to like Trump because Trump is a wrestling person, right? And I'm big on wrestling. So him and Vince McMahon are cool. But now I'm not so much a fan of Trump. But one thing I can say about Trump don't really activate on the criticism all the time. He's a whiner on Twitter. If you want to hear some crybaby stuff, but it has not changed who he is, right, wrong, or indifferent. We put things in the atmosphere. People comment or talk to us about those things. And then we change who we are based on their comments. If you feel so adamant about who you are, why are you fluctuating your character? Why are you fluctuating who you are because of something you put out there and now people are on your ass about it? You can't move me like that. You can't change who I am because my principles I stand on. If you want to have a conversation about those principles, social media is not where I'm going to have that conversation. Because A, we can't really talk about that on social media and really and truly get a good idea of what I'm saying and the tone I'm saying. Right? So if you want to talk to me about it, hit me up and we can have a conversation about whatever way you feel. Whatever way you feel. Social media has allowed us to talk more, but converse less. I like that. I like that. Talk more and converse less. Right? We love to talk. We love to get on people's posts and laugh and joke. But as a society, we do not take the time to clear up confusion, clear up misunderstandings. We take what we see on social media, which I may mind you, social media is not fucking real. It is probably real for 3% of the people that are actually on social media. I saw somebody post a picture, beautiful fucking pictures. But I know the truth behind those pictures. Is it my place to go on her page and be like, those are fraudulent pictures. You were not whoop-de-woo. You were whoop-de-woo. No. So I understand how fraudulent. Like I say, I can post a picture right now in an airplane. Right now, I can go to Facebook and post a picture of an airplane. Of me and sitting in an airplane. People are like, safe trip, safe travel, be safe. Where you going? There was a time, and I'm giving away some of my secrets. There was a time when I used to post that I was in a whole nother country. A whole nother country. And people are like, for real? Man, I'm at my house chilling. I don't tell you these things to be the disciplinarian. Straight Talk with Spaceship is a podcast where I truly am able to reflect on my life. Y'all are my therapists. I can truly reflect on my life and teach you and hopefully teach you and guide you to things that I've been through, that I've done. Like I said, I used to be tactless. I used to didn't have the smarts and the wisdom to shut my mouth, keep my mouth shut. I've heard a lot of shit. I've heard a lot of shit. I hear a lot of shit about a bunch of times. I am cool enough with people that they come talk to me. But that does not mean I need to act on them. And furthermore, if you're not real enough to come to me on those things, what the fuck are they bothering me for? They're not. They're not bothering me at all. Y'all make sure y'all share this show. Straight Talk with Spaceship. This your boy. Spaceship always is the incredible. We in the building. Shout out to my girl, Karen Brown, LOL Bakery. Happy birthday to you, Karen. If y'all need some treats, something sweet, something that you need to eat, holla at my girl, Karen Brown with Labor of Love Bakery. You can find her on Facebook or all social media platforms. That's LOL Bakery, Labor of Love Bakery. I had to learn I was such a hothead. I was so hot-tempered, right? You're not gonna talk about me. You're not gonna discredit me. And the greatest thing that happened to me was when I really started working the clubs, when I started hosting out here in Dallas and doing shows. It doesn't really happen when I'm out of town because people don't know. But when you work with people in the music industry, it's even more different than working in a corporate situation because you don't have a boss. You're your own boss. You're all entrepreneurs. And everyone wants to be hot. Everybody wants to be featured. Everyone wants to get to that holy grail of entertainment. So so for me, it was okay, okay, okay. You hear all this stuff. I heard this. I heard this. I mean, I used to hear all these women come to see you. I heard, oh, you be fucking all these chicks. Oh, you hate these rappers. I ain't told nobody that shit. So if I know in my heart of hearts, I never said this, I never think like this, I don't roll like this, why would I let someone coming to me make me address a situation that's not true? To address a situation that can cause a stir up at my place of business. My job when I'm hosting shows or facilitating anything is to make people feel great about themselves. Is to make people want to come back. I am a serviceman. I'm here to provide a service for you. At the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck about your music. Because if your music sucks, the crowd gonna let you know. If your music good, then I can fuck with you. When I go to the clubs, I'm not pussy is the last thing on my mind when I'm doing the show. I'm trying to get paid and I'm trying to get fans. I don't give a fuck about no pussy. When I'm hosting, and it's funny because I did a show with the BTM family. We came down to Dallas a couple weeks ago, and I had some performers to perform. And me and J Rock, like I said, we've been doing this for 10 years. And so I was calling the first artist on stage. And J Rock was like, "You're not gonna go first?" I didn't want to go first. I ended up going first because that's what we were used to. I used to go first because people weren't in there, or I would try to get the crowd warmed up. But for me, it's not about me getting my fame. What's up, Luke? Hey, I'm praying for you on that job, though. I saw that today. Prayers up. And I saw you in Houston. I keep up. I keep up with you, Luke. I saw you hitting them with that big pressure down in Houston. But I don't host shows to be the spotlight. I don't host shows to be the feature. I host shows to facilitate. I am a true host. My God has sent me a spirit of servitude. So anything I do, I really want other people to be happy. Even when I cook, I don't cook for others. When I cook for others, I don't cook so I can eat. I might not even eat sometimes. I cook because I want other people to be happy. I want other people. We went to the cabin this last week. I cooked. I didn't care about eating. I want everybody else to eat. I want everybody else to be happy. I want everybody else to be like, man, that food was good as fuck. That's my love language, if you will. Right? And so for me, we have to understand our roles in this world. We have to understand our destiny in this world. And a lot of our speed bumps and detours are because of what we put in this atmosphere. For so long, I've seen so many other people do what me and J Rock do. And a lot of times I want to speak on a lot of shit and call a lot of people out for it. But hey, I can't. McDonald's ain't the only fast food restaurant in this world. Kitty's and Murphy's was not the only club to host. D Wild Out Radio is not the only radio station out here in Dallas, let alone United States, let alone the world. I get frustrated. I get mad. Me and J Rock have a lot of conversations about it. But to the world, I don't need to put that out. I don't need to put out that I'm negative. I see a lot of artists. I see a lot of artists every day shouting out other people radio stations, other people brands. We've been doing this for 4 years. We've been doing open mics for 10 years. For the last 16 years since I've been here. Well, I say 15. we have been doing for the underground. And a lot of times we don't get credit. I could go out there and vent my frustrations, vent my disparities, and get mad. But what is that going to do to the end game? And what I say this because you have to think about when you put something in the atmosphere, when you are opening your mouth to say something that is against your mission and your goal in life. What are you expecting the end game to be? I've had artists that sent us music. We didn't give it a good review, and then they dogged us, talked down on us. What is your end goal? Well, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. Excuse me, son. I probably got more plugs than any other radio station in this fucking city. And if I tell another radio station not to fuck with you, they won't. But I don't do that. I don't do that because I have the right to remain silent. Don't tell your ass with your mouth. Another saying I just thought of. Don't write a check your ass can't cash. And a lot of us say a lot of stuff. A lot of us say a lot of things that we cannot back up. And we know we can't back up, but we assume that we won't have to back up. We assume that we don't have to back these things up because ain't nobody gonna check me, boo. Ain't nobody gonna remember half the stuff you say. I am a person that lives by my word. That's why I had to get this show out to you this week. I really was not in the mode of getting this show. Like, school is overwhelming to me. And I was like, and usually I do these shows at night. But this week I'm like, okay, I gotta do the show early because tonight I'm gonna be doing lesson plans. We did work today. I'm grading work. I gotta make sure I'm straight for next week. So let me go ahead and put this show out tonight. I gave you the caveat earlier. This I don't know my schedule yet. I'm really gonna have to get a schedule. Anybody knows I just made a post about my master's program. I can't sit back and be like, oh, it's gonna be so hard. I can't do it. No. I have the right to remain silent. You have the right not to put these negative words in the atmosphere. You don't have to comment. You don't have to give advice. You don't have to give your opinion. You don't have to tell people how you feel about shit. People, and this is how fucked up the world is. People are so demented, they will come to you with some bullshit just to get you into some bullshit. The bullshit they come to you with don't even have to be true. Think back. Think back. How many people in your life have you not liked or felt some type of way, only to find out later on it was a misunderstanding? Only to realize it's a misunderstanding. Thank you, Lou. Right? And sometimes we be like, man, I'm happy I ain't say shit. It ain't just me. I know it ain't just me. I'm glad I ain't say shit. Ooh, I was about to say something to her. How about you talk to her? How about you talk to him? There are so many misunderstandings because people will come into your life, start mess. And the first thing we do when we start mess, instead of talking to the other person and finding out if it's true or not, is we go to the person that came to us with the bullshit. And then this is one of the clues I have, right? I'm gonna give you one of my clues. If a person comes to me and say, don't tell them I told you this. I don't want you to say nothing. So why are you telling me? If you don't want me to say something to the person that's saying something to me, I'd rather talk to them than talk to you. I don't need to tell you shit. Because if something go wrong, then but you told me such and such. I ain't tell you shit. I'm talking to this person. Instead of being a hoop, having things in an uproar and a hoopla, come to a person individually. Come to them in a safe space. Come to them in some privacy. Hash that shit out. Now, with this being said, I'm not saying don't voice your frustrations. I had a friend, she was getting a puppy or something, right? She spent I think $1,800 or something on a pit, and the people took her money and didn't give her the dog, and she tried in the inbox to talk to them sensibly, and they kept giving her the shit show, and so she had to put it on her social media. I get that. If somebody doesn't want to be sensible, if somebody doesn't want to be humane, and it's a service, then do that. But even people that I don't fuck with in the industry, you will rarely see me say something about them on Facebook. If I see you dealing with them, I will call you up and talk to you about it. But I also say, if they have any problems, they can come to me, because I'm not going to say anything about somebody that I can't back up. I'm not going to say too much about somebody that they don't already know themselves. And you have to be leery of this. There are people that you think are your friend, are your lover, your family, that wants to destroy your energy space by any means. By any means. Because we know the games to play. As Black people, we know well, I'm telling you this in confidence. No, you're not. You're telling me this because you're messy. Call them on three-way and said this to me. You're telling me this, and it's different when you're talking. Like, please understand, I'm not saying this is just a all the time thing, but you have to be careful who your sources are. You have to be careful who this is going to reach. Like I said, when you put something on, I can put something about social media on social media about somebody that's not on my social media, and it can get back to them. And the crazy thing is, I may not necessarily ever know who that was. I get screenshots all the time of shit from people saying shit about me. Saying shit about me. That's cool. You gonna check them shit? Because people know I'm reckless, right? People know I say whatever the fuck. I do whatever the fuck. You gonna check them shit? What? What the fuck? What they got to do with me? I don't care if they don't like me. Once again, I told you, I'm still hosting OKC October 31st. I'm in grad school. I'm doing great at work. My kids are good. My bank account is good. My love life is good. My kitchen got food. I just moved into a new spot. My car note is good. My phone bill is paid. What the fuck do I care about somebody not liking me? What do I care about somebody not liking me and they haven't told me they don't like me? Last year, I told my principal, I need you to apologize to me because you judged me. I didn't go to a coworker, and we do that, right? We go to coworkers, and coworkers don't care if you get fired. They're not gonna pay your motherfucking bills when you get fired. Your friends ain't gonna have your back when you get in that fight. Because they ain't, or friends. Because they ain't do you. It's irrelevant. It's so irrelevant to me. We too busy speaking on shit that is irrelevant to the course we have in life. We don't speak on Jacob Blake or George Floyd or Breonna Taylor as much as we speak on this person don't like me. If you got something to say it to my face. Man, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you don't like me. You're not going to do nothing. And you're not going to see me out enough. I've been in fights. I've been jumped. I never had any spontaneous shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't walk out in life nervous. I don't walk in life scared. I don't walk into situations under duress. I don't go into clubs or go into school like, oh God, nobody's gonna like me. I don't give a fuck. I'm happy every day. I have teachers like, Jones, why are you so happy today? Because I have no fucks right now. I am on cloud 20. My life is great. I am blessed. We let people And this is a tough thing for me because we use God, and I'm not going to preach to you, but we use God when it's convenient. But we allow people, we allow an imperfect creature to influence and dictate what God has promised us. You're not being, and sometimes we lose our blessings. Our blessings are blocked because we're too busy worried about man instead of worried about God, because we're too busy worried about these fucking emotions, these fucking feelings of people. People think I'm mean. It's not that I'm mean. It's that I have a destiny to hit. And if you're not helping me with that destiny, fuck you. If you're not helping my growth, fuck you. I don't take anybody who's really pushing me and pushing people and are a positive light for granted. But those that are not helping me, you have to recognize that. I don't care if they've been your friend for 20 years. How has your friendship, if your friendship ain't grown, if y'all both ain't doing amazing, oh, that's my friend. Look, man, I wanted to do a show, and I might still do a show about that fucking term, no new friends. I hate that fucking term. You know how many new friends I got? I still got some old friends, but those were the old friends with good energy. Those old friends with bad energies, you gotta go. I need more than good friends. The more good people you're around, the more good energy is coming into your bubble. I'm alone, or I don't fool with nobody. So you have no energy coming in. You have no energy circulating. You have no energy, no positive, good energy being deposited into your bubble bank. But you love drama. You love people being extra. You petty in the wrong way. All this negative energy is coming inside of your soul and coming inside your spirit. What do you think is going to happen? I have issues. I'm not perfect. I have drama. My baby mama might call me and piss me off. We argue. That shit don't last in my world. I got too much positive energy. Get some of that. Bye. I'll talk to you in 3 days. I don't think my boss liked me last year. I'm not going to necessarily say she liked me this year, but I'm sure enough making a conscious effort that she going to love me. And for me now, it's such a way of life. Like, she sent me a text the other day, right? I sent her a text. Well, I sent her a text. I had a question. She responded to the question. I said, thank you. And look, don't overwork yourself. Take time. Your mental health is important too. We need you as a leader. Do I like her necessarily? Do I trust her yet? No. But what energy am I putting out there? I could have been short. I could have not said that. I could have, because I have the right to remain silent. But I'm going to put positive energy out there. What type of energy are you putting in this world? What type of energy are you getting? Because that is what's going to come out you. That's what's going to, if people are putting negative energy in you, out your mouth will be negative energy. I don't watch reality TVs. I don't need that shit. Like, even for me, like, I hate being in school for one reason. I'm around too much of the terminology and shit. My mouth is reckless. I'm real hood with my talk, but I'm old. I'm antiquated. I don't know all these new terms. I don't want to say period. I don't want to say check me, boo. I know those are the terms, but I hear them in negative conversations. I don't never see anybody say, God is so good. I am so blessed. I don't see that. I don't see that. I want us as a people, as a race, as a community, even of Dallas, Texas, and abroad, and anybody I can touch. I want you just to have an amazing life. I do straight talk with Spaceship, and anything I try to do, I do it because I want you to have an amazing life. And I hope that my words can touch someone and say, you know what? He's right. Or even if I'm wrong, even if you feel I'm wrong on certain topics, but I want to be better. We have to look at ourselves. We love looking at other people for our problems. We love looking at our circumstance for our problems. We have to look at ourselves and see if we're the problem. I can't talk to a woman who always has something bad to say. It is such a fucking turnoff. You have no good days. I don't want to hang around people who are always having, like, you have nothing great happen to you. And apparently I'm not rubbing off on you, because they're going to start giving you negative stuff. They're going to start telling you negative stuff. They're going to start posting. Even if you make a post, they're going to post negative on your post. If you say something, they're going to have something negative to say about it. If you say something negative, they're going to definitely jump on that. And that comes off to you, right? That comes off on us. And then now we're saying negative things. All because somebody says something negative on social media does not mean you have to say it back. Does not mean you have to gear yourself to that. Does not mean you have to agree with the other 127 comments. It's okay. If you're going to say something, it's okay for you to be the only comment to say, you know what, that's wrong. Or I don't agree with it. It's hard for Black people to truly stand up to negativity. We embrace it. We embrace the bullshit. We embrace the drama. I can post a post right now that's negative and messy and petty or whatever, and I will get likes out the ass. If I post something positive, just like this show, I'm not going to get a lot of comments. I'm not going to get a lot of views. I don't do this for views. I do this for those who want to live a better life, who wants the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the spaceship truth. This is straight talk. I've asked y'all to send me questions. Send me questions. Send me thoughts. Something you want me to discuss and talk about. I don't want to just talk about my life, but until y'all give me topics to talk about, I'm going to talk about the shit I see. I see it. I see it. We think it's funny. We think it's cool. But we have to be careful. We have to be careful not to let the things we say and the responses we have to the things we say, see, or do be negative all the time. Sometimes you have to shut the fuck up and gather your thoughts, gather your mind. Even in an argument with your loved one, spouse, relationship, sibling, parent, you don't have to argue back. You know that, right? You don't have to say something. You know that, right? Do you know, like, you can be as mad as me as you want. But first, let me say this. You don't have to say something, but you have to say it in a proper way and articulate, look, I'm not going to do this. I appreciate what you're saying. If you want to go ahead and vent, and I will listen to everything you have to say. But I am not saying anything at this moment. You know, that's a real thing, right? When I've had people tag me, you remember this? Man, look, that was so long ago. I'm so happy nothing happened. It's how you say things too. You can change the narrative. You can change the narrative. We've been mad at people or had an argument, and we keep going back and forth till we're so mad we forget what we're mad about. You have the right to remain silent. We've had people misconstrue us and talk about us and try to down us and make us inferior. You have the right to remain silent. I'm not going to entertain that foolishness. I'm not going to entertain that negativity. I'm going to keep making shit happen over here. You're going to see. Don't believe me? Just watch. You finna see. You finna see what I do. And everything you saying means nothing to me. Because if we stop listening to people's words and start looking at people's character, we'll see a whole different narrative. Can't nobody tell me Absolute not grinding. Can't nobody tell me Sunday Cleaning and Soap's not grinding. LOL Bakery's not grinding. Tasha Candle's not grinding. Can't nobody tell me Frida don't fuck with me because Frida still hit me up when out the blue just to check on me. Can't nobody say J-Rock don't fuck with me because J-Rock has never said anything bad to me. And even any disagreements we've had it face to face. You can come to me and be like, man, J-Rock said this about you. No, the fuck she didn't. I know her character. J-Rock has no chill with me. She has, I don't think J-Rock even there's some things I tell J-Rock, like, should I say that to him? I have the right to remain silent. J-Rock, I think she's like, shit, look, you fucking up. So you have to start looking at people's character and stop looking at people's words. You're messy. You're drama. You always got some shit going on. You never post. We had a situation one day. And I had a situation one day. And people were saying some stuff about this chick. And somebody was like, but she's so smart and wise. I say, where? Only time she posts is when she posts something negative. When she posts some drama. Where? What are you talking about? Because I don't even ever see her post. Ever. She comments, and if she do post, she posts something messy. If she comment, it's something messy. Now, with that, you can change your narrative. They can change their narrative, and you got to pay attention. But you have to watch people based on the character. Period. I gave my scholars a meme the other day, and it said, characterize people by their actions, and you'll never be fooled by their words. We can't let these words get us into saying words back. We can't get to saying or allowing words and messages and status create the narrative for our spirit. You don't have to comment. You don't have to respond. You don't have to be part of the bullshit. You don't have to argue. You don't always have to be the one that's causing controversy. And I'm not saying don't be who you are. Be smart about it. Be smart. Be calculated about it. We are too busy worried about our pride and our ego that we forget how to be smart and intelligent and great leaders like we are fucking made to be. We have conditioned ourselves to think we come from the bottom. We may come from a disadvantage economically, but we are the smarter beings. We are the healthier beings. We are the more beautiful beings. And when you put yourself in a position, put your family to win, that's when the economics come right. We are in so much drama, but yet we don't help each other out. The only people that help folks out are parents and daughters. Like, daughters could come move in with their parents and live with their parents forever. But we don't help our community. We don't invest in our community. We don't speak life into our community. We don't even speak to kids in our neighborhood. If a kid says something negative to us, we will rather say something back because I'm an adult. You ain't gonna talk to me like that, instead of teaching them. I had a kid today in class. He sent me a message. I sent him one back. He said, what? I answered this question. I said, I'm not your friend. You don't want me. Yes, sir. Done. Done. So for me, it's all about understanding when to speak, understanding how to speak, and understanding how powerful what you say and don't say can be. You have the right to remain silent. This your boy, Spaceship Oasis the Incredible. I'm finna get up out of here. I got about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and we're gonna get back on the Thursday night house party with my girl, Go DJ Lady J Rock. So I love y'all. I just wanted to do this. This will be uploaded for Tuesday on YouTube, so you can check this out on www.youtube.com. You can always go to our website, www.thewildoutradio.com, and youtube.com, Wild Out Radio, or you can go to the website, www.thewildoutраdio.com. And if you truly, truly love me, you can support the show. You can donate to the Cash App, JG Jones, or hit our PayPal, thewildoutраdio.com @gmail.com. We're always trying to update great new things. I love y'all. Y'all be super duper dope. I'll see y'all in a couple of minutes. It's your boy. Go and see Spaceship Oasis. I want to do a tagline, right? So I was thinking while I was talking, like, I think my tagline should be like, breaking generational curses, one podcast at a time. What y'all think? I want to have a tagline I'm going to say at the end of every show. If you want to nominate a tagline, hit us up in the inbox on the Wild Out Radio. Give us a tagline, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more on the house party later on tonight. Peace, man.